Welcome to Academic E-Learning. Now we are going to see the subject Information Storage Management, and the topic is what is data center infrastructure and what are the elements that are present in this infrastructure and what are the roles of these elements. So this is the topic of the first unit. In my previous two videos, I had discussed about the concept what is data, what is information, what is storage, what are the different types of data, and how the data is needed for the growth of the business, and what are the challenges that are present in the data storage devices, and what are the solutions or what are the evaluation of storage technologies. Yes, if you want, you can just see it in my previous video. In this video, we are just going to see in detail about the data center infrastructure. Okay, so first, so what is data center infrastructure? Already I said here we have to remember two things. One is it is just going to provide a high processing capability computing devices, and also just going to have the storage devices. Okay, so the first one is it is just going to provide the centralized data processing capabilities. Okay, that is you are having a computer, that computer may be a mainframe computer, it is just going to provide much data processing capabilities. Okay, and also we are having the storage devices. In that storage devices you can store and you can manage the most important data sets. Okay, and so the data, what are the things that are present in the data center? One is the computer, yes, and the second we know that, and second one is the storage devices, we know that, and second one is here you are having network devices. Okay, and also we are having backup, and also we are having environmental controls. Okay, such as we are having air conditioning devices, and also we are having fire suppression. Okay, so these are all the basic components that are present in the data center. Okay, now nowadays the organizations, they are not only having a single data center, they are also having more than one data center for to distribute their processing workloads. Okay, and also the requirements of the storage is met by the combination of various storage architectures. Okay, that is we are not only offering SAN or we are not only offering NAS, we can combine NAS and SAN with the help of IP SAN. Okay, and now we are just going to see about the elements. So the first element is the application. So first we need to know what is application. Application is nothing but a program that is going to perform some operations. Okay, so where this applications reside? In general, applications reside only in the client. Okay, and the second one is database. Okay, so what is database? Database is a collection of related data. Okay, already I said if you are just going to create something, or some, if you are just going to store some information in the Excel sheet, means that data is a database. Definitely, if for example, if I am going to store the details of 5 students in the database, like name and their age and their class and their marks. Okay, so definitely I am just created the database, it is just having 5 student details. Okay, and you are having DBMS. So what is DBMS? So database management system is a software that is used to access the databases. That is DBMS is just going to provide some queries, and with the help of these queries you can access the data from the databases. Okay, and next we are having server and the operating systems. Okay, so what is server? See, inside the server only we are having the databases, and the applications are present only inside the clients. Okay, so when the server wants to perform read or write operations on the storage devices, means it has to be done only by the operating system that is present in the server. Okay, and next one is network. So network is nothing but the communication path. Okay, that is it's just going to provide the facility for the communication between the client and the storage, and between the client and the server, and between the server and the storages. Okay, and next we are having the storage array. array. What is array? Array is nothing but a collection. Okay, so here you are having a collection of storage devices. Okay, and these devices, they are just going to store the data permanently for the subsequent uses. Okay, so this is about the elements that are present in the data center. And so here is the application. Okay, now we are just going to see about one application, that is the order processing system. Okay, so what is this? And this is nothing but see, nowadays we are just using Amazon website for purchasing some product, right? Therefore the client is going to provide some information like what's their name, what is the product, and when they are acquiring, or the cost, right? So these informations must be passed from the browser or from the client side to the server. Okay, and from the server these information is moved to the storage devices. Okay, so this is about the order processing system. See, in this diagram you are seeing all the things. So first we are going to see about the client. In the client you are having the application. Okay, that is what the application we are taking now. We are just taking the Amazon. Okay, Amazon website. Okay, so in that I'm just order some product. Therefore some information will be the information is like the product name, and that of the brand name, and that of the price, and the delivery charges, and that of the shipping cost, and that of the location. Yes, so all sort of informations will be passed from the client and to the server via the local area network. Okay, so here in the server you are having the DBMS or that of the databases. Okay, so what is database? Is the database is the storage where we are going to store the data, and with the help of the DBMS. Okay, and this data must be moved from the server to the storage devices with the help of the operating system. Okay, therefore the operating system is just going to perform the read and write operations on the storage devices. Okay, so what about the communication between the server and the storages? It is with the help of the storage networks. Okay, and here you are having the storage device. So finally the information is sent from the client to the storage devices. Okay, yes, and next we are going to see about the key requirements for the data center elements. Okay, so these are all the requirements. Now we are going to see one by one. So first one is availability. Already I said availability is nothing but the term is related to accessibility. Okay, that is just imagine I'm just going to a shop to buy some product. Okay, see, the shop owner is telling the product is not available, please come on tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow also I just went, the product is not available, and again I visit the shop, but the product is not available. But one day I come to the conclusion that no need to go to the shop, right? So availability, that is accessibility of the data, is very important. If the data is not available, means it is just going to give the negative impact on the business. Okay, and second one is security. That is, the data that is present in the data center must be a protected one. That is, we have to maintain some policies, some set of policies or the procedures to prevent the unauthorized access to the data. Okay, and second one is scalability. So this word is related to expandability. That is, we have to provide, we must have the capable for the providing additional processing capabilities or the storage devices on the demand. Okay, that is, whenever we want, we can use more server, or we can use many new applications, or we can create many new databases. Okay, and second one is performance. That is, here the data center must provide good performance for all the requests at a high speed. Okay, and second one is data integrity. Integrity means the same thing. Okay, so here we know that some information is passed from client to the server, and the same information must be passed from the server to the storage. There should not be any modification. Okay, therefore if any variations in the data, means it leads to the corruption, and it also affect the operations of the organizations. Okay, therefore data integrity must plays a major role. And second one is capacity. So the capacity of the storage devices, okay, it is managed by a reallocation of the existing resources rather than by adding new resources. Okay, for example, I'm just having storage devices. In that I'm just going to provide storages for 10 users. Okay, and the 10 users are requiring more data spaces, means I should not go buy for a new data storages, rather I have to allocate some partition to the user. Okay, and second and the last one is manageability. It is achieved through automation and the reduction of the human intervention in the common task. Okay, for the common tasks it should be achieved through automation. Okay, that it should not depends on the human to perform that operation. That is about the manageability. Okay, so this is about the key requirements of the data center. And the next one is key management activities. So here we are having three activities. One is monitoring, and second one is reporting, and third one is provision. So what is monitoring? If you are just having a data center, means during some repeated interval of time you have to collect some information regards the security, how security my data center is, and what about the performance, how this performance, and what about the accessibility of the data, and what about the capacities of the capacity of the storage devices. That is, we have to collect the information and we have to report it. Okay, that is reporting. That is, we have to report this collected information with the business. Okay, and second one is provision, last one is provisioning, is nothing but providing. We have to provide hardware, enough software or the other resources that is needed to run the data centers. Okay, and the last one is key challenges in managing the information. Okay, that is what are the issues we have to face while we are managing the information. First one is exploding digital universe. Here digital universe, everything is digital. Okay, so everything is, see, nowadays also we are just taking classes on the online, like no need to refer the book, right? So you are not having, instead of having a book, you people are just using laptop. So everything is digital. Okay, and therefore this leads to the exponent growth of the data. It leads to duplication of data. So, okay, we are having advantages of duplication and also we are having the disadvantages. Advantages is availability of the data, but the disadvantages is multifold increases of information growth. Okay, that is a massive amount of duplications. And the second one is increasing dependency on the information. That is, the business growth is highly dependent on the information. That is, they have to collect information from the customers. Okay, therefore we are just depend more on the information. And the third one is challenging value of the information. At some point some information is more valuable, but later or in the future the information is not a valuable one. For example, in this period one song may be hit, okay, but in future or in the upcoming days we are not, people won't hear that song. Okay, that is valuable today, the information that is more valuable today may become less important tomorrow. Okay, that is, the value of the information often changes over time. So these are all the challenges that we are facing in managing the information. Okay, hope this is about the last topic of the unit 1. Okay, if you are having any doubt, please comment in the comment section. Hope you all are very clear with the concept. Thanks for watching.